Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So guys, this is going to be the continuation video of Graptosedum Ghosty. In this video, we'll be talking about how to propagate. Now guys, this is how the mature Graptosedum Ghosty looks like. Let me put the picture of Graptopelaum paragonis so you can compare and see the difference between both the succulents. And also Graptosedum Ghosty has a very chiseled kind of leaves, so that is the one that tends to look really beautiful on them. Now guys, once the sedum varieties or Graptosedum varieties, when they start getting mature, including this variety as well as sedum adolphi and other sedums, most of these varieties, when they tend to mature, they start trailing downward, like as you can see over here. But over here there was another issue, and that was lack of sunlight. Now usually what happens is when this plant tends to get mature, it starts to trail downwards. But in this case, there is a lot of gap because it was not receiving a lot of light. But even if it receives a lot of light, it will still trail downwards like this, but with much more compact and leaves with less space. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and give a cut to this particular head, because I do not like the appearance of the succulent, and I will also show you how to propagate this particular variety. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut off, like this is going to be like a beheading kind of a process. And I'm going to get rid of all the leaves. I will collect the leaves and put it for propagation, because the leaves of Graptosedum Ghosty tends to propagate very easily, and they are one of the succulents that tends to propagate, and they tend to put out pups much easily compared to other varieties of succulents. So what I'm going to do is I will take out all of the leaves from this particular succulent, because I do not like the look of it. There is a lot of space in between the leaves and it does not look quite well. So only the head part of the succulent tends to look very compact. So I'm just going to go ahead and give a cut on the head. So guys, now I have separated the, I have beheaded the succulent. Now usually, as I said, you need to have a good stem system. So over here the stem was quite small, so I will take out some more of the bottom leaves so that I have a desired size of the stem. Because when you have a good piece of stem, it's much easy to put it into the soil, as well as you can see a lot of roots. So it becomes much easy to put it into the soil. So this is how the beheaded succulent looks like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off all the leaves from the stem. Now guys, you need to be extremely careful. Please take your own good time. Do not be in a hurry while taking out the leaves, because you have to make sure that you have a clean cut. So very carefully try to take out the leaves with proper cutting. Otherwise, if you do not have a clean cut, or if the leaf tends to break in between, then these leaves will not be successful with propagation. So you have to be extremely careful. Just take your own time. Take out one leaf at a time. Ensure that you do not put a lot of pressure. Very gently twist and turn. At times you might find it a little difficult to pluck out the leaves, but just take your own time. Just try to gently move it left to right, and then at times it will definitely come out. So guys, now I have gone ahead and taken out all of the leaves. And you have to make sure that this stem and the leaves do not come in contact with any water or moisture. Accidentally I had dropped some water in the pot, but I am very sure, because I have an experience with this, I know that I will not let the stem come in contact with the soil, so it's absolutely fine. Now all of these cuts that you're seeing where we have plucked out the leaves, these are all possible pups. These are the places where in future we will get a lot of pups, and when this happens I will definitely upload a video. So these are all the leaves. Now the reason why I'm making this video once again with leaf propagation, we have made a lot of videos, but still there was a lot of confusion. So guys, you can go ahead and put these leaves on dry soil directly. The only reason, now over here I'm taking a plastic container. You can see the depth of this container. I'm going to fill it up with soil, and then I'm going to take the leaves and lay them on soil. So a lot of people had confusion. Can we put them directly on soil? Yes, you can, absolutely. But the only reason I usually tell you guys not to put it directly on soil, to keep it aside to callus, because a lot of times unintentionally or accidentally we happen to water the soil. So just to be on the safer side, I always advise you guys to keep the leaves away from soil. But if you have dry soil, you're sure that you're not going to water the soil, then it's absolutely fine. So take the mother leaf and lay it on dry soil. Now guys, you have to be extremely careful. Ensure that the soil is bone dry. There is no moisture, not even slight moisture, because the leaves have to callus. Now that's the reason why I usually tell a lot of people, because a lot of people are beginners, they are not very sure, and at times you might accidentally water the soil. That's the reason why I advise you to place it in a dry place. But if you're confident that you're not going to water, or anyone from your house is not going to water water the soil, then you can let the leaves callus. You can just let them, you can lay them like this and they will callus. Now again, no watering until you tend to see the roots. And the bee-headed part, I would advise don't put it into the soil. Just keep it somewhere wherein it is dry and let it air root. Or if you want, once the succulent has calloused, you can put it into the soil. But I usually prefer to air root it because it becomes much easy to understand. Because remember guys, when there are no roots on the succulent, there is no point watering the soil. So ensure that the roots are present and only then start watering, even the bee-headed part. So guys, I will make a complete video once these pups arrive. I will do a complete video. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.